What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to give you a pre-market update for February the 26th. Go over some of the hot movers and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And let's get right to it. So no real data points coming out today that could disrupt the broader market. So today and most likely tomorrow is just going to be piggybacking off of the very positive momentum and its own technicals. So today is looking fairly good. Futures are nice and green, exactly what I like to see. And so right now though, fear and greed index is also at 78. So the market is going to naturally be pulling a lot of stocks higher. And I'm going to talk on that in a second, but starting off though, Sofi. Sofi is up slightly, so 0.73% pre-market. No news, no SEC filings. Shorts aren't doing all that much, so they're returning about 88,000 shares. 16.54% of the free float is being shorted, and that does work out to be 150.79 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost per average isn't populating right now, but utilization is 53.3%. So all in all, definitely Sofi is not a squeeze play, especially based on a lot of the stats, but it's good to see what they are doing. Today, you really want to watch this pivot point of 828. On and off last week, Sofi has been struggling to get above that. So similar to this pre-market, it's at $8.23. So it is technically still going to be struggling with this pivot point right now. So in the short term, definitely need to watch for it to get above that. Moving on, Microcloud hologram, so ticker's HOLO. I'm sure a lot of people are well aware of this company. This has gone parabolic and then pulled back, parabolic again. It's crazy stuff, up 70.2%. And so in reality, this stock, this is kind of the basis for a lot of people's argument saying that we are in a bubble, because essentially the only reason why this went up is because of this news that came out on February the 7th. Aside from that, there has been nothing. So it has been very interesting. And just to quickly go back over here, in case you don't know, pause it, read through it. This is what they do essentially based on their company profile. Shorts though have been increasing over the last little bit. So 34.23% of the free float is being shorted. 325,000 shares overall are being shorted. So this is another one of those low float stocks that did have a substantial short interest. I think at the time when I started to cover it on and off, had around a 7% short interest. But right now, pre-market, they are increasing about 2.5 thousand shares. It is on the threshold list, and cost to borrow average is 328.74%. If you're looking at trading this with it at $11.26, it is trading between this S1 and the pivot. So for today, watch for this $10.81 support to hold. Vice versa, if it does and is able to get above this $12.45 pivot point, then it could potentially touch 14, 15, and so forth. So again, interesting stock, no basis for it to go up, but I don't think anyone really cares as long as you can make money. Moving on though, looking at Li Auto, so that is up 11.38%. They did unveil their earnings this morning. It did come in fairly good, and this is also as a side thing, NIO is going up because of these results. So that's kind of good for EVs, especially based out of China. But aside from that, pause this, read through it. This is what they do. As far as shorts, this company, surprisingly for being a EV, isn't heavily shorted. So 5.88% of the free float is being shorted. 30.66 million shares overall are being shorted. And shorts aren't doing all that much. If anything, they're not doing anything. So moving on though, if you are looking at trading Li Auto with it at $38.91, it is trading between this R2 and this R3. So in comparison to a lot of other growth stocks, it definitely is doing fairly well. So you have to watch for this 36.20 support to hold, and vice versa, this 39.95 resistance. If it does get above that, then yes, 40s, and then potentially I think 43 is going to be the next stop after that. So who knows, bigger and better things might be coming down the pipeline. And finally, LUNR, so ticker is LUNR, Intuitive Machines, is down 22.8%. No news to really justify any of this. It's just a similar kind of scenario to HOLO, very much hyped up, some of which is justified, most of it isn't. So this is why it is pulling down. A lot of these spec plays, you just have to be comfortable with a lot of volatility. This is what they do. I think a lot of people know because Elon's been tweeting them out and gave them praise for the recent operational updates. Shorts though have been slightly increasing, so this morning they're increasing about 5,500 shares. 12.55% of the free float is being shorted, and 1.8 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost per hour average is 299.57, and if you are looking at trading this company, with it at 766 pre-market, you have to watch for the 762 support to hold, vice versa $8.12. So let me know your thoughts on these companies. Have you been buying, or what other stocks are you interested in? And one final thing, take advantage of this promo as I've been sharing with you. Simply sign up for an account with MULN, throw $100 at it, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So take advantage of this, link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.